What's a wind?
Words.
Words are wind.
Words are
wind. You a little high?
No, it's from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Hey, welcome to the Smaudecast.
Well, we're 5 minutes into it.
No, that's...
Oh, we were recording this stuff before. I forgot about that.
And that'll be some bonus content.
Bonus
for the Patreon over at Geekbone, because we give you all the fun stuff. Ain't that right?
That is right.
So, Smaudecast, if you are unaware, is the
podcast
video podcast
where we talk
your
about two
questions that you submit
that we answer.
Well, not all of them. We'll actually choose some of them because some of them I don't find
very good.
Well, I think they're prying a little bit into the no-go zone. I look like a lion.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm bald, like Lex Luthor. How's this look?
You'd probably be the better Lex Luthor I've seen.
Wouldn't Tommy Wiseau be a great Lex Luthor?
I got lots of money.
Oh, hey, Clark. Batman, you're so silly.
I'm going to kill you, though.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
I want him to be Lex Luthor so bad. I was talking with DJ over Only Stupid Answers.
Why is
little
this
plug.
so far away?
It's because 3D sound. I wanted them to. We were talking about Nick Cage
and
Nick Cage. Tommy would be great Lex Luthors. Their freakouts would be amazing.
Oh, Nick Cage. He was supposed to play Superman.
I know. Then you get the switch.
I tried to say he was supposed to play Superman, man, but I can't double man.
You can't double man.
I just double manned. Hey, let's get that first question.
Let's go ahead. You guys tweeted it at us using the hashtag
Smaudecast.
Thank you. Also the email
Smaudecast
at gmail.com. That was fucking tight. That was fucking tight.
Wow.
The DJ and I have been doing our podcast for over a year now, and every time I'm always like, follow us on Twitter at Only Stupid Answers, and I always point to him, and he's supposed to say, yank out the vowels from stupid. Every time.
Yes.
DJ, I'm calling you out.
Ooh.
Boy. He'll call me out on all my mistakes.
Yeah, we've started something that you can't finish now. But you know what? I pick up your cues.
Thank you.
We get it. We've been doing this for too long, Sam. Let's be honest.
Birds.
We're on the same page. Shout out to all the pages that watch. Apologies for episode one, I believe. Hey, first question's from Izzy Barnes.
Shout out.
Hey, Izzy. If you were to completely rename yourself, first, middle, and last name, what would you want your new name to be?
I always liked hyphen last names. It makes it longer. Thank you. I always liked hyphened last names.
I thought about this, man. So say I was like, my parents hyphenated, so I'd be like, what, Roberts Garrett, and then my partner had a hyphenated name, and then we had a kid, and we wanted to hyphenate their names. That's 4 goddamn last names.
You should also just put the 4 names together into one, and you put like little apostrophes before each part of it. By the way, when apostrophes are in names and it becomes like an accent where you don't say like that part, I love that. I always wish my name had that, but
I only know Deshaun does that.
Deshaun, that's cool.
Or Deshaunda or something.
T'Challa.
Wow.
Black Panther fame.
Yeah.
He's got a little apostrophe in there. It's apostrophe Chala.
Capostrophe.
Capostrophe.
Oh no, there's a capostrophe happening.
You know the gangster Al Capostrophe. Yeah.
Hold on. So what would your name be?
Oh, well, I think I'm gonna steal it from my son. I really like the name Adam, but A-T-O-M.
Stop talking about this because it's not going to happen.
What? For having a kid?
Stop making Adam happen.
No, it'll be mine.
A couple of episodes ago.
Then I'll take it for me. Because I can't do that to my son.
Take it from me. Only Australians in the early 90s know this song. That's okay. It was a girl band. They had one song.
Name.
Girlfriend.
The band's name is Girlfriend?
Yeah.
White Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Apostrophe. Friend. Okay, so I had this thing where my fictional boyfriend, when I was like at primary school, if I wanted to write a book or I wanted to write names, it was Jordan Gallagher.
Ooh, Gallagher is a great last name.
Wait, no, it wasn't Jordan Gallagher. It was just someone Gallagher because my friend lived off Gallagher Street and I loved Gallagher. And then I ended up dating a Jordan Gallagher when I was 19 and I was like, you are the name. It lasted a month.
My street name when I was growing up was Rainbow Glen, and I always thought that was a good stripper name.
Hold on, isn't your porn star name the first street you lived on and the first pet's name? I have a confession.
Rainbow George or Jorge?
Rainbow?
Jorge Rainbow. I'll switch it.
Hey! Rainbow.
Hey-oh.
That's great.
What was your thing?
I've been lying about it my whole life.
Why? What is yours? It's street name.
I've been telling everyone it's Sparky Wells.
Whirls?
Wells.
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 Uh-huh.
Wells was the first street I ever lived on in Darwin, where I was born.
There you go.
Never had a pet called Sparky.
What was your pet name?
Promite.
Oh, that sounds like a health food snack. What is that?
Promite Wells cannot be a porn star name, and I refuse to have it.
It's not a good porn star name,
I
but
named
get in the genre.
I named my first dog Promite, and I don't even like Promite.
What is it?
Promite is like Vegemite, but it's like different and more gross. It's so gross.
Is Marmite or Vegemite worse?
Marmite. And then Promite's the worst. My knee is so itchy.
It's up by the camera.
Help me.
Something's raining down from the ceiling and it got in my eye. It could be,
You've got glasses as well. How is that even possible?
Because I'm sensitive. It could probably be the 90
I'm a
fires.
sensitive soul.
There's 90
see
fires
thick
right
things.
now.
There are 90 fires right now. The windows are shut though, Sam. That's the thing. Wait.
I didn't pick a name. Adam.
Atom.
What? I'm trying to think of name. I'm sorry, this is improv.
Dwinklin?
Sorry, yes, and it's Adam
Dwinklin.
Dwinklin.
Apothecary.
Grindle.
This is how you actually try to name your D&D character. As well.
You just make sounds
you
until,
make sounds,
and then you write it down.
Sticks, yeah. Unless you've watched 3 episodes of Game of Thrones and you think Mace is a great name.
Oh, of course it is. It is a good one.
I think, didn't your first name, it was like Kelvin?
Yeah, I picked the same one. Hey, we were already drinking by that time. But wait, I know.
You were.
Spoon is my last name. Mr. Spoon. Is it from, did your parents make, no. Please be respectful, all right? It's not a joke. It's my last name. All right, don't be
Mr. Spoon.
Yeah, I don't go around with your last name, Christopher. Yeah, I'm not going to go around making fun of your name. All right, it's Mr. Spoon.
Mr. Spoon.
All right, and
okay.
And I'll be, and my next job will be that guy. Do you remember that George Clooney movie where his job was to be hired by companies to go and fire people? That'll
up
be me.
In the air.
Yeah, Up in the Air. It
yeah.
was okay.
Anna Kendrick was in that.
She was.
I haven't seen the movie.
It's okay, but did you do a junket for it?
No.
Oh, you just knew a lot about it.
Stuff.
What was yours? What was your middle name?
I would like a really rad middle name, like Thunder or something. Just bust that out every now and then.
Do you want that? Do you want them to print that on your driver's license?
Yeah.
That went on your tombstone.
Thunder.
It's not in print. It's not in quotes or anything. It's Thunder.
But I don't know. I would like. Oh, Emmy. Let me be the name I was supposed to be. Abby Garrett. My parents are gonna call me Abby.
Abby Thunder. Abigail?
No, just Abby.
Oh, just Abby.
Yep. A-B-B-I-E.
I'm gonna be honest.
A-B-B-I-E.
That always kind of bugs me when people have the short name of the name instead of the long name of the name. Like instead of
What if Maude was short for something and I never told anyone because it was like Maudrigal?
Like the name
It's not.
Andy could be Andromeda, and that's a pretty name.
Yeah.
Is that a real or is that just
I don't hate it.
Andromeda, right? It could be Andy.
Well, I was thinking Andy or Meter, but you would totally not go that way, which is
Meter?
why I took so long
Uh-huh.
to be excited. My train of thought, you saw the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And it was just because I was stuck on would Meter be a word? And it was like, no. And that's why my yes wasn't convincing. Hey, next question.
I got it right here.
I'm a pineapple.
Okay. Show
them your socks. Okay.
Yeah, little pineapples on. Shut up. What was that weird noise your dog made when I came into the house? It was like. I was like, "Hi, Zelda."
Zelda's sitting up in her.
She didn't bark.
Up in her bed.
Yeah.
Like looking all like stoic, kind of like a bit. I think that's the only word I can use to describe it.
It was in a. It was like.
No, but she was like, humph, kind of thing, and you were like, "Hey, Zelda," and she's like, I like made this perfect noise in response. I'm like, she's seconds away from actually talking. This girl, that's so great.
Yeah,
but touch your toe. Boop.
Here comes.
Here comes.
I touched it.
That noise.
It's just as imitating your dog. From back. What is that? Your knee?
Wow! Yeah, I didn't know I could do that.
From Backsorn, what is your weirdest Lyft/Uber moments?
I'd sometimes talk to my Uber drivers.
I talk to mine usually.
Oh,
Did you hurt
that
yourself?
hurt. I had aftermath.
Yeah, what?
Aftermath.
Oh, I thought you said aftermouth.
No.
Oh, silly
Smash
accents. Smash Mouth. Aftermouth is the it's the reunion concert
The
for them.
comeback tour.
The comeback tour. Aftermouth. Aftertaste.
I mean, I remember the first cab that I got into in Sydney when I was visiting Sydney for this competition to see if I could be a TV star. And I got in the front seat, and I remember the producer's like, "Don't get in the front seat." I'm like, "Why? I'm a Queenslander. It's fine." Yeah. Anyway, he put his hand up my leg. And I've never gotten in the front seat ever again.
Yeah,
that was gross.
that sucks. I'm
That was
sorry.
awful.
That's not fun.
I was just 19. She was only 19. It's another Australian song. I'm sorry.
Is that Smash Mouth?
No.
Is that an exclusive Australia only Smash Mouth song?
Can you say no, but only sound like a crow?
No.
There you go.
I did a pretty good job. The weirdest one because it was just so long. I have two least favorites. One, I was going from it was like a 45-minute ride home, and I was like, okay, I just don't want to, I don't want to talk to this guy. And my bad, I sat in the front too, and immediately they want to talk to you more than if you were in the back.
Yeah.
And so he was like, so what about would you consider getting solar? And I'm like, well, I live in an apartment building, so I can't get solar.
They tried
and
to sell you
He
stuff.
did, and he was like, well, you got to know people who live in houses. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on headphones because my go-to line is I have a presentation coming up for my public speaking class, so I got to memorize my speech.
Oh,
so.
I say I work in accounts.
Uh-huh.
It's like perfectly vague.
Well, is that what you, as a reason to like not have to talk to them? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you just say something so like, or I'm a chiropractor's assistant. Like, what do you say to that? Is that fun?
No, I say
I just
that.
take bookings.
No, I just say that so that I have a reason to be listening to headphones the whole time, and I would like them not to talk to me.
That's
I don't
good
like
too.
come on. I don't like lie to them. I just like. I'm lying,
flat
but
out.
yeah, I'm just like, oh, I have to practice this speech, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep listening to.
Oh, that's
my
good.
thing. Yeah.
I gave basically I was the same thing. It was a very long Uber drive, like 40 minutes. I think I like counseled someone. I was basically the shrink.
The driver?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, they just started dumping about this relationship with a psychotic chick, and I was just like, it sounds like she's completely codependent, but she's also like very, very controlling in this situation. It's incredibly emotionally manipulative behavior that you're experiencing. And he's like, yes. I'm like, name 3 good things about the relationship. He's like, I don't think I can. I was like, what are you doing in it?
That.
You know?
Ouch.
And then afterwards, he's like, I feel so great. And I was like, I fucking am paying for this. I'm paying for this.
He broke up with me right after.
Yeah. Then he
Right after that.
It was so funny.
I was a little pissed young, to be honest.
Actually, there was an Uber ride. It was like an Uber pool. I was in the Uber with another person.
I won't do Uber pool. I'm too scared.
Well, it's not technically an Uber pool, but I was in this Uber with someone, and they were so drunk. They couldn't remember anything about the Uber ride, but they thought that they were fluent in quite a few languages. Like they were trying to learn, I think it's Spanish and French, and they were saying phrases in all of these languages. Tried to teach me some as well. And I asked that person if they remembered the Uber drive. And Sam didn't remember a goddamn thing, did you, Sam?
Yeah, I figured out.
At what point?
It wasn't.
Look back, rewind the last 30 seconds of the story, and
watch.
pinpoint the exact location.
When I realized who you're talking about. And also, it wasn't Spanish, all right? It was German.
I was German.
And Italian.
German and Italian.
And French. But you had the French right.
But you were speaking Spanish as well. And I woke up.
That was a surprise.
There was a phrase that I'd Googled on my phone because we were trying to learn that particular one.
It's pretty good at it. I'm not going to brag.
You don't remember it?
The other time was a guy talking about he was explaining when it is and isn't okay to cheat on his wife, and we were like, oh, okay, I don't really want to talk.
When is it okay?
In his mind, it's
Thursdays.
I don't want to go into this. Also, if you have to quantify it like that, you're doing it wrong. Like, you don't, like, there isn't an okay.
You know what? If they're in an
moment.
open relationship and it's a mutual understanding that they have, but if he's like, no, she doesn't know about it.
No, this is his personal philosophy, not what they've talked about. This is, it was not great, but it was coming back from the LA Convention Center. It was either E3 or one of those conventions, I don't remember which one it was. And so leaving there is always just the pits. It sucks because it takes forever to leave. And he was just talking and talking and talking and talking. And it never ended. But one of the best ones, I met this guy. He's an illustrator. And I think we were starting to work on, I was going to hire him for a commission to do some artwork.
That's cool.
And he took me to Clifton's, that really awesome swing bar in downtown LA. And that was the same night.
What's a swing bar?
Swing music. swing bar, not swingers. Not swingers.
He took me to a swing bar.
He took me to a swing bar.
What the chuck are you up to,
Hey, I was bored.
Sammy?
But that was the same night I met the visual effects artist who works on The Flash and Legends and Supergirl and
that's
stuff.
cool.
It was a pretty cool night. Cool Uber driver, cool guy at the bar. It was a good night.
Hey.
And that guy watched SourceFedNERD. He knew you.
Cool.
Cool.
Hey, next
That was
question.
that was your turn.
Is this one mine?
Yes, it
Where's
is.
the sheet?
I have it.
Yeah, I think we should go into order because last time we didn't. And it made our lives a little tricky.
Tricky.
Steve Willis asks.
Watch my face turn into.
Turn into a tomato. What was the one moment in your career when you realized, yeah, I'm a host and this is my long-term career?
I still don't know if it's long term. It's just kind of happening.
How many years now for you?
5.
That's
I mean, that is a career.
half a decade, my man.
Shut it. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that it's just
And
been
you're
a
only
mistake.
24, 3?
Okay, I guess. I'm 19.
No, you're not. I'm 19.
No, I'm 19.
23, 24, 23, 24.
I mean, that's
It's
not
one
how.
of them.
I mean, game shows don't work this way. You gotta pick. You have to pick one.
Oh my God, gun to my head. God damn it. Sam is 24.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, 24.
What was the question? Oh,
I think I met you when you were 23.
22.
Oh, I was 29.
I'd say the
But
moment.
he was like, seems younger.
Me?
Yep.
No, I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
No,
Adult.
I'm an adult.
Adult.
What was the
5
moment?
years. Yeah. When do you reckon you were like, oh, here we go. Cha-ching. This is my life. Watch me go.
I still don't really think of it like that. It still hasn't hit me. It's just kind of like, it's not that I'm not like making conscious decisions about my career. It's just that it's never really hit me of what I'm actually doing.
Now it has.
Oh shit. Oh my God. No, it's just
No.
I think it was like when we went to one of the Comic-Cons. I think it's when like I actually had like a moment where it kind of hit
Put on
me.
like a media pass.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh, okay,
Whoa.
this is pretty cool. And it was like people like, or like when I got invited to a shoot instead of doing a shoot that I was working at, like doing SourceFed, when I got invited to go shoot somewhere else, and they had hair and makeup, and they had like crafting and stuff, and you're just like, oh, this is like, I'm not
Post
like
life.
this isn't a party. This is like me doing work, but I'm being asked to do this work. And I think that was like one of those moments. Like DC, that was a moment where a moment where I felt that way when we did the live stream. That was so cool. Also, they gave me a bunch of free shit. Like I filled up 3 bags worth of free
comic
shit.
Books. Yeah, I took a bunch too.
Wait, did you go to the prop room?
The room.
Yeah, the room.
The room.
Guys, DC's got a room. It's really cool.
For me, I think it was when I walked into an agency that represented actors and hosts, and I came in because Nickelodeon had offered me a contract for a year. And they more than tripled my salary. They went, yeah, we'll take this. Boom, boom, boom. And then that's what I was on for like the next sort of 2.5 years. And I was 21 when that happened.
Well,
Yeah.
I was living in a house with 3 adults in the North Hills.
I was living.
I could say that when we lived in North Hills at one point. It was not a fun place to live.
I mean, I live in Los Angeles, and I still don't even know where North Hills is. So
That's fine. It's all I know is when I would park my car outside, sometimes just whole bathroom appliances would be just sit out on the not lawn because it's not a lawn, but on the walkway. Like there was a full toilet.
Ooh.
One full toilet that was just left out
Sometimes
there.
you just gotta go.
But it was filled with just trash. They just the tank, the bowl.
That sounded like it hurt coming out.
Is fan
Literally toilet humor.
What was it? Oh, that was Moment.
Yeah, so mine was 2006. So it was 11 years ago.
I was in 8th grade.
Okay, cool.
Just wanted to I always like to drop those little things because people's reactions is always.
Oh, that's why
negative.
I thought you were saying it's your. Oh crap! I thought you were saying that moment when you realized you wanted to be a host.
Oh, it was in 8th grade. No, that's
what I was
definitely
like,
not.
Yeah, cool. You totally answered it. But let's do
Yeah.
this one now.
Yeah.
No, you were saying how old you were
When you did that. In
when I started my
2006.
TV career.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I preferred not knowing that that's what you were doing.
Oh, is it a question?
Do you know how hard it is to get me out of this state now?
Where are you hiding?
Yeah.
Oh, you're hiding over there. I thought you were reaching for something.
No, I can't look at you for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm so old. How have I not died yet? No, I'm kidding. I'm crying, though.
No, just kidding. There's real tears, but that's just for fun.
Yes, and my eyeballs.
Yes,
and where is it? You got it, dude.
No, you did it.
I gave it to you because it's right here.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have a question here for you.
Yeah. Just say it.
Yeah, of course.
Just say it. What is it?
I'm
looking at me, not the camera. I'm sorry.
Terry Fournier.
Hey, Terry.
Terry's great.
Yeah.
You know, he works on like CG stuff. Like he's a CG artist for movies and stuff.
Hell yeah.
He's really cool.
He's really good at D&D.
And he speaks French, and he always corrects me.
He's from Canada, the French-speaking area of Canada.
The French area. My glasses are falling. Okay, question from
His
him.
glasses are falling.
A celebrity you'd be unable to interview one-on-one because you'd be too starstruck to speak with.
Some celebrities, when I interview them, I'm super, super comfortable, super chill. Like, I'm impressed at how my clarity and my intellect. I was like, oh, girl, this is good. Other times, I can barely get words out. And I ask a question, and it's like, actually, there was a time when I was wondering, what do you...
Oh, you're reenacting what happens.
Yeah, I can't say it. But I have been starstruck before.
Oh, that's a regular occurrence.
You'll never guess who I got starstruck by. Gun to your head.
Oh, the lead singer of Smash Mouth. You're like, I'm Mr. Mouth. I don't know what your name is. I don't know.
Mr. Mouth.
Mr. Mouth.
That's a good villain name,
Mr. Mouth.
Mouth.
I know he's coming at it.
You're warm.
I'm warm. It's a musician.
And it's
from that era. I don't.
If I'm
Pennywise, Fangwin. What did you say? I'm hearing
a particular age.
Okay. Okay.
And who would be like huge when I was in my influential years? Like, who was big when you were 5?
I honestly don't know. We all have that like
Hanson walked down a red carpet, all 3 of them, and I was just like, oh my god! Oh, I was like, this. I don't know what I'm like, kind of really flabbergasted, and I don't.
I remembered when I got super starstruck and I embarrassed myself real bad.
Was I there, please?
No, it was my first Comic-Con, and it was the first time I ever saw any celebrities, and I really didn't control myself. Like, it was bad. It was the cast of the TV show Psych. And so it's not even like
I've never seen an episode.
It's really funny. It's
they represent Psych one time.
Uh-huh.
They like pineapples.
They
show us.
You know what will always be funny is winded breathing on something that's so simple. I'm watching New Girl right now. One of my favorite moments is they make fun of Jake Johnson's character Nick for being out of shape, and he's like, "Hey, come at me, bro." And he's like this. Wait. He just tries to punch in the air at somebody. He's like,
the noise. Oh.
But no, it was the cast of Psych, and we were walking down the street to go to dinner, and they pulled up in the Oscar Mayer wiener cars. You know, like those cars that drive around the country? They look like hot dogs. It's a car that looks like a hot dog. Australia is a wasteland. How do you not have the Oscar Mayer wiener car?
Who's Oscar Mayer?
I don't know. No one knows, but you know how to spell it.
How did he get the wiener car?
He made it.
Then he got his name attached to it?
Well, he made the brand Oscar
Who
Mayer
made the
hot
computer?
dogs.
It's not the computer, is it?
No.
It's did someone Macintosh? No, it's Steve Jobs. It's not the Jobs computer.
But the Macintosh people made Mapples.
The Mapples taste like Mapples.
Anyways, they were getting out of their cars to like walk into the premiere of like their musical episode in this theater in Comic-Con, and I was like, I was like freaking out. I ran in front of everyone. Like, this is when I was doing a little bit of hosting, but I was also PA for Phil, and so I ran ahead of him, and I just like went and looked, and they were handing out foam microphones. And Darren...
Microfoam.
Darren was really cool, and he grabbed one for me, and he gave it to me.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Microfoam?
Oh.
Sometimes I just feel really unappreciated.
That's always funny. But anyways, that was an embarrassing moment I had when I saw Starstruck.
Something about me?
You're tall.
I'm wearing a new fragrance.
Shit, you're tall. What?
I'm wearing a new fragrance.
If you didn't know, there's like 90 fires going on outside.
Oh,
All I
yeah.
smell is just
The world's dying, and that's what's important.
Oh,
That's what's important.
but it smells.
You know how people have scents? Like when you wear a perfume for so long,
Heat.
and you identify that scent with one person.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Mine's PB&J.
My producer used to. What?
Growing up, I was like, I'm
I had
definitely
to
the kid that smells like peanut butter.
And jelly. I won't tell you what the jelly is.
Boys are better than jelly.
That would smell nice, like for the first 7 minutes. Then it smelled a bit funky.
Now I'm just fighting with the body. No.
So you're trying to tell me, like, when you're a kid, you're in school, you smell a bit funky?
I mean, all kids smell a little gross.
I don't think I smell gross.
Huh? You don't think kids smell
I
gross?
don't think I did.
You probably did.
No, I had impulse deodorant.
Impulse deodorant. What's that mean?
You know,
You
the
just
ads
take
where
the
they're
inside of your shirt? Oh.
It's
Oh,
like,
you were that kid? You probably did that every hour, didn't you?
no, I didn't need it every
You did
hour.
spray. Then a quick spray cloud, walk through that. 2 more sprays. Every kid did that. Axe body spray. That probably took years off my life.
It's links.
That probably gave people asthma.
Have you ever wondered what kind of like damage we're doing to our armpits by applying the same? This is kind of cute. You get a hero by applying the same deodorant every single day. Like the chemicals that are stopping odors from coming out.
I want to kind of
just
get my
like-
armpits Botox so I stop sweating out of there.
Are they sweating right now?
Probably.
Show us. Oh yeah. Hi. Oh, it's wet.
It is.
That's what happens when
It's
you
dripping,
sweat.
yeah.
And you can't spell sweat without wet, and it rhymes. So next time someone's like,
You know what I mean? Did you just drop shit in your face? What'd you do? Next, somebody's like, are you choking? What are you doing?
high five to you, and you're only taking your hands away.
I have no idea what you're saying. Are you okay?
I'm weeping tears. What happened and why I'm crying hysterically and why I couldn't talk? You did this, right?
Yeah.
So you had your hand up there,
Uh-huh.
and another one. I'm reenacting, and that was there. Yep. And then put your hand down in 3, 2, 1. That's what happened.
I thought you were dancing. I didn't know what you
No,
were doing.
that was. We have not done. I mean, I've left you hanging before.
There you go.
What is with us and high fives?
They're hard.
What can't we do it, man?
Should we do one more question real quick?
One more question, real quick, and then we're gonna do a bonus episode question.
Wow.
Just for Patreon, $10 higher and Geek Bomb. I have a tissue pre-prepared. What was the last question? I don't even know. Oh,
somebody you. Oh, I didn't even answer. Sorry, I'll finish
Yes,
this
you
when I
did.
answer.
Psych.
No, that's the time that happened. But another person that I probably couldn't handle it.
You can't handle the.
Tatiana Maslany.
Oh yeah.
Or
you know that I sat across from her at the Critics' Choice Awards.
no, I wasn't a high five. I was just gonna do this. You know, take that back. You don't get that. You don't get. No, Tatiana Maslany. Okay, the only reason, and yes, I think she's very
Gorgeous.
attractive. She's very pretty, but she inspires me. She inspires me a
So
lot.
great.
And I found out recently that Ben Schwartz really inspires me. He does a lot of comedy stuff. He's on Parks and Rec.
He's the older Joe.
Joe. Oh yeah,
Steve
from Stranger Things. Yeah. No,
He's cute, man.
when
I got
you-
a crush.
When you read about like it's just like and his story isn't like too special, but he's just worked really hard and everything he's done.
When you meet him, tell him that your story's not too special.
I wouldn't say you're. Calm down, man. Yeah.
Your story's not.
Don't write any autobiographies or anything like
It's
that.
not too special.
You can just skim through that.
Oh,
No. But like
yeah.
both Tatiana and Ben are very inspiring to me.
That's
I
cool.
like their stories. So it would be
They're not too
hard
good,
for
though.
me. They're not that special. They're maybe both Canadian or from New York. Everyone's from New York. But no, it's I really like
Hey,
their
funny
stories.
story, kid. I'm actually from New York. Wait, Moid,
Boy,
get a hot dog and a coffee. Man, I got a coffee sitting on that table over there, and I want to sip it so bad. I'm tired. I'm walking here. I had to. It's like, g'day, lad. That's not a life.
is that what it's like when you hear people do Australian accents?
Yes.
Okay, because it is rough. Sounds like you're just relaxed. That sounds just like a normal
so
accent.
rich.
Uh-huh.
I spat.
You made it rain a little bit. We're gonna need that rain because the fire's outside. Ew, God.
Sorry.
Oh, why is it? It's so wet. It's so wet.
It is so rich for you to pay out my accent attempt, is what I'm trying to say. But spin. All right. That's it for us. If you do want more content, guess
I want
what?
to try to make my eyes real tiny.
We're going to, while he does that, we're going to do a bonus question over on Geek Bomb's Patreon, $10 and higher. And if you are an Only Stupid Answers subscriber, you get this one too.
Wow. But you get an audio. You don't get to see our dumb faces.
That's all right.
You get just to hear this.
But if you just want free content. Before we say goodbye, though, real quick, I just want to thank, speaking of Patreon, all the $50 and higher donators for the Patreon, who I like to call my BBs. Bomber backers. We got Kimberly Kennedy, Alex Lopez, Rodrigo Pastita, Nicholas Perry, Steve Willis, Derek Mitchell, Jack Lawler, Court Brooker, Chance Cheatham, Hugo Manuel, Nick Peppers, Emma Murfitt, Carol S., Sven Hamilton, Catherine Mann, Brandon Duikus. Doikus. I'm so sorry, Brendan. Grace Miller, Terry Fournier, Skylar Van, Corey Rabatoy, Nathan Swap, Aaron, Richard Studboig. Oh my gosh, the printer couldn't handle your last name. Noelia Priera, DVK Joe, Berhan Rashid, and Emily Wilson.
What was that name you said in there?
Berhan Rashid?
No, there was an S and a T and an accent. What was that one?
DVK Joe?
That one.
Studboig.
Oh,
yeah, that's
great
what I was
name.
saying. But I think it's Studberg.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, hey, thank you so much for being $50 and higher, because you are the reason that this is all happening. And if you are enjoying free content, you got to thank those people, because they're the ones that are making it all possible.
Making it happen.
Do you want to say thanks to anyone?
Thank you, everyone. Oyster Answers. Thank you, teacher.
Adams
Yes,
family?
thank you, teacher.
Uncle Fester.
I thought, me?
That's what it looks like right now.
I saw them on Broadway, and Nathan Lane played the dad. It wasn't very good.